Patreon member shout out. Don't ask for help, you're all alone. Pressure. You'll have to answer to your own pressure. I'm sure you have some cosmic rationale. But here you are in the ninth, 2 men out and 3 men on. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, and coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Tesla as well. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. I would say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways is that Patreon or leaving that thanks button down below. So, a lot of things to go over today. First, I will go over OMI. Currently on the day, OMI is down slightly less than 2%, not as bad as Bitcoin, which was down slightly more than 3%. If I look at it now, it's about 3.25% that it is down, which again, not as bad as the NASDAQ, down over 4%. There's a lot of bad stuff in the market. There's gonna be a lot of FUD coming. They're saying, okay, when companies like Tesla are kicked out of the S&P 500 SEG, which I will get to that later in the video, things are in free fall. And again, there's gonna be a lot of FUD coming. Be advised that we are not in a bull market anymore. It's a bear market. There's a huge recession coming, and it's a lot harder to be able to make money. Does that mean there's no opportunity here? No, and this is not financial advice. All my money is still in OMI. I haven't sold a thing, haven't sold anything. Again, if anything, I'm just accumulating more. This is just the way the market is right now. And OMI is doing pretty well for the second day in a row, is beating the markets and is beating Bitcoin. I think that's pretty good. Moving on. Over the last 6 days, we have burned about 1.5 billion OMI. That is up from the 1.2 billion OMI we have posted the last previous 7 days beforehand. And again, we should be burning a little bit more tomorrow as well. So we'll see if we can get up to that 1.6, 1.7 mark. Moving on. Estimated about 336 million gems have been bought and a 126 million gems still in the app. So currently we have about 210 million gems that were spent. Again, just increasing that every single day. The more money that Veve makes, the more money they can put into other stuff, whether it's devs or marketing, whatever they need. Moving on. In other news, in the greater macro, we have Andreessen Horowitz debuting a $600 million gaming fund to add to Web3 bets, and it's a good sign of fundamental future of Veve, because when venture capitalist firm says that gaming infrastructure is key to building the metaverse, just makes a lot of sense that people are spending several hundred millions of dollars. Comics and Crypto had gone and tweeted that the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle rookie card, Mint 9, sold for $5.2 million. There are 6 in existence, and there was someone at Gold & Co. which offered $28 million for one of 3 Gem Mint 10 graded cards. That was denied, and a 1 of 1 Topps Mickey Mantle rookie card NFT sold for $470,000 in March of 2020. That one, because that was owned by Mickey Mantle, that one can probably go for several $1 million, maybe even tens of millions of dollars. And the reason I bring this up is because 1 of 1s, which are coming to Veve, is going to be historic. Like talk about OMI burn, talk about headlines, talk about their marketing is just being done for them. When other companies market for you, you don't need to put any marketing for your own, because it's just going to be that big of a story. Moving on here, we do have a tweet from Veve Collectibles saying that a fix has been deployed for an issue preventing some Android users from loading collectibles in showrooms. If an update is available for your device on Google Play Store now, please update it now. Thank you for your patience. I just checked, and I actually do have an update on there, so I'm going to go do that now, and hopefully things get better. Brock had a couple of tweets today. One saying, telling everyone you're going to sell, quit, leave is a tactic to try to just get sympathy or attention. Just leave. No one cares. Meanwhile, wager matches in testing with OMI. And he does post a follow-up tweet a few hours later saying, first wager match was completed, turned off for now, but will clean up and make available for beta users shortly. He does have another follow-up tweet going and talking about that. He goes on to say, for the record, know what you're doing with the arena. It's as fair as possible between battles, but 1 million OMI versus 1 million OMI matches are likely to follow. It will leave one person with 1.8 million OMI, 0.2 million will be burnt forever, and one person with 0 OMI. It's entertainment, but be smart. Please wager responsibly. I cannot tell you how often I have seen so many people win some money, give it all back, and then some. Be smart with this. That's all I'm saying. So we do have a tweet from Putincheeks showing that over 50 billion OMI has officially been burned, 49.1 has been burned from the reserve wallet, and 1.1 billion has been burned from circulating supplies. Somebody responds, how was a billion burned from circulating supply already? And Putincheeks responds, that was how much we burned for the first 3 months of the app when we had OMI to gems. Now, I've been sent this a couple of times. The person responds, I see, wow, imagine the possibilities when that's implemented again. And Putincheeks responds with just, yup, that gif from The Office. Love that show. Anyway, that is not confirmation that we are getting OMI to gems. I don't think that would be possible. Why they had to turn that off originally was because if you had people buying gems at 0.00006 and then it goes down to 0.00003, suddenly you could sell those gems for more OMI. It just a way to game the system. That level of arbitrage is just not something that they want. It's not something that we need. There would be a whole bunch of messes with that. So I don't think we ever get those again. I don't think those will be back on the table. There will be a time at some point where we will get an updated OUP article. What that contains, I'm not sure. When they start implementing that, I don't know. Hopefully Q3, we are able to start and get some OMI to NFT. And here's one of those things that somebody had just to show you. We were able to, in February of last year, OMI to gem. So it is something that had happened. That is not, I don't know if those numbers included anything that have been burned from Canon Crisis, which I think has been updated recently. So NFTs coming to Veve. Disney has a bunch of people that they own the rights to their face. You cannot own a person, but you can own their face. You can own their character. There are movies that are going to be made where people are going to be in it that are no longer with us, but because of CGI, et cetera, kind of what they did with Carrie Fisher in one of the last Star Wars movies that they had. And the reason I bring this up is because Marvel just signed a deal to use Stan Lee's likeness across movies, TV, merch, and more. So we might see him in other Marvel movies, and we also might see him on the app, because that is possible now. This would be considered merch. Although I do consider NFTs alternative assets. They are things that do appreciate. This is something that I can see them doing at some point. Moving on. Ecomi did have a AMA today with Epico Regal, and we had some key takeaways that 10% of the OMI used in Epico gets sent to the Ecomi Reserve wallet for burning through Veve NFTs, and 20% of the OMI goes to a pool for the winners of tournaments and things like that. And people are saying, well, that's not to the burn wallet, it's just the reserve wallet. It doesn't really matter. It's taken out of circulating supply. All that matters, all we need. And just to follow up, staking did go live on Ascendex, and for those of you that have been asking, if you are in the US, you cannot do that. You can try to use a VPN. I would not suggest that, though. You get caught using that, they can freeze your funds for however long. I don't know. Again, it's just not something I would suggest doing. So I do have a buddy of mine that is selling a Superman number 46, 15,000 USDT. Probably take gems for it if he wants, 30,000, give or take. Let me know if you want that. Moving on. A little bit of fun today with Veve Viral saying, I'm growing up, where Reverend Alex G says, I like Marvel and Star Wars, and Veve Viral does not respond to it. He takes a screenshot of it, says, and Pokemon, it's something that a lot of people annoy Alex G with a lot, and he doesn't post it. He doesn't hit reply, but he posts the screenshot of it. And Alex just says it's arguably worse than hitting send. And Veve Viral just says, I'm playing chess. Again, just a community having a lot of fun with each other. Something I like about it. Moving on. Again, in the macro, you do have a couple of things going on that I think are actually pretty bullish. Again, in the downturn, a really innovative, disruptive company like Veve is most likely going to have a K-shaped recovery, aside from other people that just, go like that. I've seen it before. I've seen it happen. Anyone that's been in finance for several years will tell you that that's typically what happens. Disruptive, innovative companies thrive in bear markets. And if we take a look at the S&P worst performing through 95 trading days, from like the beginning of the year for the first 95 trading days, the 1, 2, 3, the last 4 of them, not including this year, from 1932, 1939, and 1970, all finished positive in the double digits. 1932, 39, and 70, we were down 32.9%, 17.1%, and 16.4%, and we all finished in those years positive 27%, 14.4%, and 19.6%. So we are in pretty good company despite being down 17.7% for the S&P 500 in the worst 95 trading days. There's a decent chance that we actually go up and perform better than double digits. So I'm very bullish on that. I will get to the S&P in a second, but first I did want to go over the NASDAQ. Currently on today, May 18th, it was one of the worst days in the NASDAQ. So currently over the last, since April 29th, which is a couple weeks ago, not even 1 month ago, we have had 4 of the worst trading days in the NASDAQ over the last 5 years. This one was number 7. So again, this is not just OMI that's not doing so hot. These, we're down 4.7 in the NASDAQ today, not doing so hot. Now onto the S&P, onto the Tesla stuff. S&P did kick Tesla out of the S&P 500 ESG. So be advised that why they did this is probably just because the same reason the SEC doesn't like Tesla. They went and said that, Tesla decided to do X, Y, and Z, which put them at a lower rating than GM. And GM, to my knowledge, is not all minority workers, where most of Tesla workers are minority, and they have the majority minority workers. Not only that, they do pay above minimum wage, and they do have stock options, something that GM does not do. Elon Musk tweeted about this, saying Exxon is rated top 10 best in world for environment, social, and governance by S&P 500, while Tesla didn't make the list. ESG is a scam. It has been weaponized by phony social justice warriors. And again, the reason I bring this up is because something like GM, which has manufactured over 1 million internal combustion engine cars for like the last year, and I think 20,000 electric vehicles, where Tesla did kind of the opposite, printed no internal combustion engines that they manufactured and over 1 million electronic vehicles. So I think be advised on what you hear and what you read. There was an article on CNBC, which is very left, and Elon Musk says that he's been left most of his life, just not this election, going and saying, I will probably vote Republican in this next election. Again, so says Elon. They use like the one lawsuit that happened at Tesla, where someone was claiming racism, which again, the majority of workers on Tesla that are above minimum wage, they go and they say, yeah, I have these stock options, whatever, but this company's racist. They do a lawsuit, and for whatever reason, CNBC decides to print an article saying because Tesla is racist, blah, 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 that is why they got kicked out. Absolutely BS. You have Gary Black tweeting today that you have a bunch of major catalysts coming up from Tesla, known as Shanghai full reopen in May. You have the stock split announcement in June. You have the Twitter deal risk lifts in July. You have the Tesla AGM and AI Day on 2 August. I can't wait to see that. You have the Biden $8,000 EV credit that starts in August. You have the new gigas in UK and Eastern US in Q4. You have full self-driving beta release in Q4 as well. You have the Cybertruck launch in 2023. You have a $25,000 robo-taxi in 2024. And you have he has a 1,500 price target in 6 to 12 months, which is essentially almost double from here. And that makes sense. I even believe they can go higher. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I just wanted to, the reason I put in Tesla on this is because I wanted to go over that companies can and will manipulate standings on trillion-dollar companies. So, of course, some people are going to FUD Veve, they're going to FUD OMI. And I just had NFT for Noobs on, which had said, yeah, he's lived through everything when we didn't have a marketplace for 3 months, when we didn't have X, Y, and Z. We had to sell things on eBay and then transfer them. So we are a much different company in Veve and Ecomi right now from last year, when we did not have Marvel, we did not have Disney, or at least it wasn't announced, and they had very little funding when they started in 2018. Currently now they have, again, over 200 million gems were spent that they get. Granted, a good portion of that does have to go to Apple and Android, and then you do have some going to the licensors. They have to pay for Viviverse, et cetera, et cetera. But again, this is just why I remain bullish on the company. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Everyone, please check out @HeyDavidDon and @KingMavsForever over on the Twitter. Sandal Trap and King Mavs over on the Veve app. KrepoBrooke and OMI Player 1 over on the YouTube. RedX.ETH domain name. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Putincheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. And you got @WetWizardVeve and Gary O @1234CA3, all on the Twitter. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at DesignerCon. Not DesignerCon, I'm sorry, VCon. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Meow.